Hari Om. A visitor brought a piece of paper on which he had scribbled in pencil a number of questions. Bhagavan was seeing that question and he was telling, "Here is a question paper to me." Then he started answering one by one all the questions. Question number one: how to get rid of credulousness? I don't know what is credulousness. Credulousness. The visitor's problem was that he starts with some ideal recommended to him, but when others come and recommend some other ideals, he feels inclined to believe in them and give up his old ideals. This is called credulousness. Bhagavan says, yes, our whole trouble is that we are credulous. We believe in everything except the reality. We must give up our false beliefs, and that is the only thing we have to do. Then the reality will shine by itself. Then, question number two: I start with great keenness towards some ideal, but gradually I get slack. What should I do to prevent it, and what is the reason for this happening? For this, Bhagavan says, just as there must have been a reason for your keenness at one time, there must be a reason for getting slack also later on. Then the third question is, there are a number of spiritual teachers teaching various paths. Whom should one take for one's guru? For this, Bhagavan says, choose that one where you find you get shanti or peace. Then question number 4. What is the best way of dealing with desires with a view to getting rid of them, satisfying them or suppressing them? For this, Bhagavan explains, if a desire can be got rid of by satisfying it, there will be no harm in satisfying such a desire. I want to repeat this. If a desire can be got rid by satisfying it, there will be no harm in satisfying such a desire. So Swamiji says it can be done. You can satisfy a desire provided it can be got rid of it. There is a nice story about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. I don't know whether really it happened or not. But one lady brought a child saying that he eats lot of sugary items or sweets. Please advise him. And Swami said, you go and come after a week. Next week also she came with the son. And he said, you come after a week. Like this 3-4 weeks went. This lady did not understand why Swami is telling her that. Then finally one day he said, okay, now you bring the boy, I will advise. Then he started advising him, and then the child listened. He explained properly. Then the mother asked, why Swami you took so many weeks to advise him? Then he said, I myself is an addict to sweets. I should first get rid of that desire. For that I had taken 6 weeks time, 6 weeks or 5 weeks time. When I am fit for advising, then only I can advise. This is a very nice story. I don't know whether really it happened in Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's life, but some Swamiji must have done this. Why I am telling this is, you can satisfy a desire provided you get rid of that desire. That is also possible. This is told by Bhagavan. But desires generally are not eradicated by satisfaction. That is the truth. Trying to root them out that way is like pouring spirit, alcohol, to quench fire. At the same time, the proper remedy is not forcible suppression, since such repression is bound to react sooner or later into forceful surging up with undesirable consequences. The proper way to get rid of a desire is to find out who gets a desire, what is its source. When this is found, the desire is rooted out and it will never again emerge or grow. Small desires such as the desire to eat, drink, and sleep and attend to calls of nature, though this may also be classed among desires, you can safely satisfy. They will not implant vasanas in your mind. This is very important. These day to day small desires, they don't implant any vasanas in the mind, necessitating further birth. Those activities are just necessary to carry on the life and are not likely to develop or leave behind vasanas or tendencies. As a general rule, therefore, there is no harm in satisfying a desire where the satisfaction will not lead to further desires by creating vasanas in the mind. Finally, the last question he asked is, what is the meaning of Om? For this, Bhagavan says, Om is everything. It is another name for Brahma. Hari Om.